What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Successful. Back today with another video. Oops. Back today with another video. It is day 13. Road to recovery. Now, it's Monday. I kind of wrote it with a little bit of excitement on there, but it's Monday. Monday's not very special to a lot of people. What up, Tierra? Monday's not very special to a lot of people, I guess. Everybody hates Mondays. I wonder where that started. Why is Monday so hated? Hmm. But anywho, I just now like started streaming. I was talking to Coach Phil a few minutes ago, just talking about my rugby career, honestly. So that's what me and him was talking about. Just what I had to do moving forward with my training and everything like that. So that's just real important that I get back in shape and everything like that. I mean, not that I'm really badly out of shape, but I guess I should say I will, but I guess I should say like running form, you know, everything, to be honest, because I mean clearly I've lost a lot, you know. Mostly it's just weight and muscle mass, but I don't have any bananas, but I will get them. Don't worry. Um. Anyway, yeah, we was just talking about that because it's real important, especially for the timeline that I have on, what my goals are as far as what I want to accomplish in these next 2 years, which is very possible and very can be a huge reality for me. But my thing is I got to pray about it every day and just keep taking the necessary steps towards it. You know what I'm saying? So, because I've been out of it for what? Yeah, about a year now. So, I missed my season this year. So I didn't get the chance to really play like I wanted to. But my team did go to nationals. So I'm proud of that. I don't know how well they did or anything. So I don't know where it was streamed at. So I didn't get the chance to watch the rugby matches live or anything. But it's okay. I believe in the team. I know they did well. But, when that time comes, I'll get back out there on the field, which, I'll be fine. One day at a time. I just want to be able to bend my damn leg, really, to be honest, right now, because I'm tired of this damn brace having to walk like with a damn hobble a little bit. At least I don't really have to use the crutches. You know what I'm saying? Considering the first time I had to use the crutches because the bone was trying to heal, so I really couldn't put like pressure on it. So it's totally different now. I can handle whatever pressure I can handle on my leg. Oh shit! Almost bust my ass. But yeah, I'm just ready to get this done. I see my doctor tomorrow though, and I have physical therapy, so that'd be cool. I had PT. Oh, trust me, I'm trusting the process. I got my faith in God, and that's who I believe in, and that's who I leave it up to, cause I know. Oh shit! God damn! I gotta move this chair back, son. Woo! Anyway, yeah, but that's who. I trust me, believe me. I'm trusting the process. I know it's a process, because I've been going through a process my damn self for a little bit, and now that that's over, I can just literally focus on everything else that I got going on. I don't really have much to do today. Um, I decided to do my video before I did my exercises. So what I'll probably do is after I do my video, I'll probably do my exercises and then I'll eat. So, Tierra, I didn't make any oatmeal or anything yet. Oh, trust me, I know that. You know, you ain't got to tell me that. I'm very thankful for that. Trust me. Believe that. You definitely ain't got to warn me about that one. Why does it seem like my shit is dim? I don't know why. But anyway, um, trust me, I think about stuff like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because even being injured, I think about that because I know it's people that's, that's permanently, injured and stuff like that, and they can't even use their legs. So even though I don't know how the rest of their life will feel, but I know how it feels to not be able to, do certain things that you love to do. You know what I'm saying? And there's some people that's never had the opportunity to do the things that I can do, let alone, like running and stuff like that, jumping, So when you are, as an athlete, when you are down, that shit, like, it really takes a toll on you because, you just want to be able to do the things you could do before. It sucks to not be able to do things, knowing that what you're capable of. So, you know, to me that speaks volumes. So I always pay attention to stuff like that. I never take that for granted because I know that, what I have and the talents that I have is, they're God given, but I work hard to make them better and I work on my craft. And I know just as easy as the Lord gave it to me, He can take it away. So I never take my talents for granted. And I thank Him for it all the time, the abilities that He gave me. So some people take that shit for granted and, things happen, but I don't, because I want the Lord to continue to bless me. So I do my best to do right. I try to, I'm still human. We all are, but for the most part, I don't take my abilities that I've been, given for granted. I do my best to stay humble and work on it and, better myself and inspire other people because that's really the goal. I always been a guy to inspire people. I've always been an inspiration to people for sure, though. So and that's what I want to continue to do is to inspire people, you know, be able to have people, look at me and feel inspired, you know. That's the whole purpose of people getting to know me and everything like that. Because it's a lot of people out here that's not, I should say, as strong as I am mentally or physically, things like that. So they struggle with some things, being able to get through situations that, may be easier for me to get through because of how strong I am mentally and the things that I've been through in my life and that I've had to, overcome. So it made me strong. It made me a strong person. So the things I'm strong at, and some people may not be, we all need that, you know, person or somebody that can inspire them or give them hope to be like, I don't have to give up. You know, I can do this, I can do that. He's been through this, he's been through that type stuff. I mean, everybody's not that strong, but it's a start and it can give them hope and it can turn the negative thoughts that they may have about themselves or the environment they're in or wherever, it can turn them to positive thoughts because they have a different outlet. Now they have somewhere to put their energy or what they're looking at. So that's what I want. I want somebody to take their negative thoughts and their negative energy and to put it into a person that they see that's being positive and knows how to be a role model, also to just to uplift people. That's the big thing. We don't uplift each other enough. So that's the problem out here in this world as well. It's not enough people uplifting each other. It's just a bunch of motherfuckers tearing each other down and not wanting to see people do well because they made certain choices and things like that to not do whatever it is that they wanted to do. So before they see you do well, they want to try to tear you down, which I think is fucked up. But that's the type of world we live in. It's a jealous world. People get envious of you. Trust me, I know I have plenty of people that's envious of me because I've been hearing a bunch of shit, to be honest with you. So it is what it is. I know about the envy. Somebody can say they believe in you and wanna, but at the end of the day, they still may be plotting about you. Because they see what you're doing. Just depends though. Not everybody's against you. You know, it's a lot of people that's really rooting for you, and there's some people that's not. You know, I feel like the percentage of people that's rooting for you is always going to be a smaller percentage, just because the world we live in. You know, I think the people that really are rooting for you and really do believe in you is a smaller percentage than the people that don't want to really see you do well because they just don't. Or they couldn't do it themselves, or they didn't have the willpower or the strength to be patient and go through things day in and day out. And me, to being the type of man that I am, I have a lot of patience. um, and I always question how much patience I have sometimes, but I do. I have a lot of patience. And I think I always give that to the fact that I got raised by women, you know, because women have a lot of patience to an extent with certain things. You know, it depends on what it is, but for the most part, depending on the woman or who you were raised by, they have a lot of patience. So I mean, I learned patience from being around women, but I still ended up having more patience than my sisters, you know. And I guess that's just because of the things that I had to endure myself as an individual, and just what my beliefs are as an individual as well. You know, when people tell you, because they preach it all the time, to believe this or trust this and that, and you know, it can be hard. Just like you just said, Terry, it can be hard, you know, trusting a process. But if you really believe in it that much, it's really not that hard. It can get hard, but it's really not. You know what I'm saying? Because if you say you're going to trust the process, and just trust it. You know, don't ask questions. Don't do this, that, and the third. You know, and that's one thing I've never done. And, you know, people say don't question God, but I always hear people be like, um, because it puzzles me or whatever. They're like, when something happens, they'll be like, why God or whatever. But that's the same. Isn't that the same thing as questioning Him? Because you're asking Him, why is this happening? You know, when things happen to me, I've never once come out my mouth and said, why God? You know what I'm saying? If anything, the most things that I've done, like if something happens, I kind of just sit there and laugh. Like I do it all the time. I'll sit there and laugh and be like, okay, Lord, what do you need me to do? What am I supposed to do? Because clearly, it's in my mind is some type of, you know, message He's trying to send me to get my attention, and I don't know if I've been ignoring it. So that's His way of trying to like grab my attention because maybe I'm doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I'm overlooking something. So I try to, whoo, shoot. That's my way of that's my way of looking at it. At least everybody doesn't look at it that way, but that's just my way of looking at it. You know, and everybody's beliefs are different, and everybody has their opinions about how they feel when it comes to things like that. But um, when it comes to, you know, my belief in God and everything, everybody's beliefs are different. Um, you know, I believe in the Lord. I am saved. You know, I accepted Him as my Lord and Savior. You know, some people go to church, you know, what, 4 times a week. Um, to be honest, you know, I've had my opinions about church and everything. Not saying that you shouldn't go to church, because I think you should go to church. I would never say you shouldn't go to church. But I also feel like it's not really that necessary that you have to go, because the church is in you. You know what I'm saying? Because the reason I say this, because I'm a very observant person, and I see how the world that we live in. I think outside the box all the time. You know, I don't sit inside of a closed box. I pay attention to everything that's going on around me, and I see, you know, the messages of what's going on. You can, the same messages that the preacher is giving you in the church, you can get the message from a random guy off the street, because everybody's not all bad. You know what I'm saying? But you know, at the same time, they make it to the point where they're saying, you know, oh, if you don't go to church, then you're going to go to hell, or you're not going to do this, you're not going to be saved. And that's not true. And it discourages people. And I don't think that's cool, because at the end of the day, you know, I grew up, um, and my mom took me to church and everything, but my beliefs and how I feel about the way I feel I got from my mom because of how she taught me. My mom went to church, you know, she used to go to church every Sunday. I mean, of course, she got sick and everything, but she still would try to go to church. But then when she didn't, we would stay home and we would watch uh, church on TV. So this is my thought when it came to things like that. Now, as of course, as a young kid, I'm not really thinking about that, but trust me, I'm paying attention to it. And now that I'm an adult, I just look at things and it's just like, if they preaching so much about that we need to be in the house of the Lord, at the end of the day, wherever you go, really is the house of the Lord. To be honest, because the reason I say that is my church that my family goes to. It used to be I believe a car garage or whatever, but they turned it into a church. So my point being is, it doesn't matter where you are. This house you're in right now is a house of the Lord. If you can take a car garage, turn it into a church, and now it's supposed to be so holy and everything that you got to come to it. You turned it into the house of the Lord. So the Lord is everywhere. It doesn't matter, but it's in you. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go to church, but I mean, I think you should. But I'm not saying it's not necessary. If it was so necessary, I don't think they would put it on TV. They would preach the word to say you need to come out the house, you need to come into the building, where everybody are, come together, da 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 da. They wouldn't have church on TV. It wouldn't be televised. It wouldn't be on this huge platform, to for people to have different outlets to seek church. Basically, it would be more preached about getting out the house to come to church. But like I said, people have their own beliefs, and mine is the church is in me. I believe in the Lord, um, and I people don't understand it, but the Lord knows where your heart is. He knows where my heart is, and that's really all that matters. The church is in you. You don't really have to go to church. You should go to church, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't. But I mean, eventually I probably will. But I think I probably don't go to church because um, as much as people say, you can find good people in there. Though sometimes I'm not gonna lie, and I'm Christian. That's where a lot of the bad people are. To be honest, they are the ones doing all the bad stuff, and they are the ones that judge you the most. Like, and it's sad because they're supposed to be the ones that supposed to not judge you on anything, and and talk to you and help you, grow and give you comfort and all this other stuff, and bring you closer to God and all that. But they're the main ones that break you down and they try to act like these perfect people when they're really not perfect. Nobody's perfect, you know what I'm saying? But you can go to church 5 times a week. I don't care. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't do anything. That doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? What you do and how you move in this world, God sees it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do right by the Lord. I'm pretty sure. No offense. I don't know what God thinks, but I'm pretty sure you're not going to be punished for not going to church. You're not. There's people that's never been to church, but they read the Bible, and there's people that know the Bible better than some preachers out here. It's just the truth. Um, there's so many different things going on that it's so many different opinions that could be made. But if I was to sit here and have a conversation with a Christian that goes to church, what's up, man? Uh, if I was to sit here and talk to another Christian that's like legit, like they go to church, like they go to church on Sunday, on the holidays and stuff like that. They do the Bible study, all that stuff. You talking about 3-4 times a week. Basically they going to church or whatever. And if I was to sit here and have a conversation about that, I would probably get bashed because of my opinions of how I feel about church. But at the same time, that person that's bashing me is supposed to be a Christian, is supposed to, you know, I guess help me on what they believe, or try to, persuade me why they feel the way they feel, and not judge me on my opinion. But at the end of the day, I know what it is. They're going to judge me on my opinion, and they're going to tell me that I'm wrong and that they're right because they think they're right. And that's not true. So at the end of the day, like I said, you know, if you believe in, if you believe in God, that's all that matters. And, my faith, I've been walking with blind faith since I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand what blind faith is. It's just, you know, my terms are just you're doing things without really knowing the outcome, but it's an opportunity there, and you take it, and it's like a leap. It's like a jump. You don't know what's gonna happen. You could die or you could be saved. One of the two. So with me, walking with blind faith, I've been doing it my whole life, and it's never really, you know, steered me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because when I get an opportunity, I go into it full, like with my faith, like just blindly. Because I know whatever the outcome is, I know it happened for a reason, and I know it's the best thing for me, whatever the Lord decides to do. And I've never had anything bad happen. So in my mind, I walk with my faith, and it's sad that my faith is stronger than some people that actually go to church more than me. Why is my faith stronger than you? Why do I believe in the Lord more than you do? Why do you question the Lord and I don't? That's really the answer. Why do you question him and I don't? I don't question the Lord. You're not supposed to question him, but people question him all the time. Why is this happening? I've never once came out my mouth and asked the Lord why is something happening. I just accept it and I say, okay, Lord, what do you want me to do? What is this? I more so ask that question, not why it's happening. I try to understand why it's happening or what decision I made for it to happen. So I think that's very important for people to understand. But I don't think people out in this world should be bashed about church, or if they're not going, or if they're watching it on TV, because clearly there's so many different platforms to seek the Lord that it really shouldn't matter if you're going to church or not, to be honest. Because if you have a Bible, you can read it, or you can find somebody to help you learn the Bible and things like that. Now, and I'm gonna be honest, as much as I believe in God, I really don't know too much about the Bible. I don't. That's me being honest. And should I? Maybe, yeah. I mean, I probably should get into it, but I never really got into it. I just, my mom, like I said, my mom taught me to be who I was. And, as long as I believed in the Lord and I was saved and I accepted him, then that's all that mattered. I didn't have to, be in and out of church and everything like that. She wanted me to go, don't get me wrong. She did want me to go, but she never once forced me to go. And I felt like when I finally do go, I'll go because I feel like, you know, that's where I want to be in the church. I don't want to just go for the wrong reasons. And I feel like a lot of people go to church for the wrong reasons. And whether it be they want something, or they say when something's going on, you run to the Lord and all that stuff. Because that's what we do. We normally, if we do pray, normally when we pray majority of the time. Most people pray when stuff is going on, and I mean you're supposed to, but you're supposed to pray every day, obviously. But most people, they do it when it's a lot of things going on. It's when they need the Lord the most, and it's true. I mean that happens. You pray when you really need it the most, and I feel like we all should get better with that. We pray, but I want to be the type of person where even if I'm not in anything, you pray because you got it, and because you're in a good situation, you just be thankful. But I talk about the Lord so much throughout the day. Even if I'm not really praying, it's like my prayer to me is just like when I speak about the Lord to someone, or just saying what he's done for me and stuff like that, and the things that I've been through in my life. I feel like that's a prayer itself. You're always giving praise to God, so that's a prayer. And it's not necessarily you just sitting there, bowing your head and doing this and just talking to the Lord. You can do that as well, but you know, if you're praising, God himself and speaking of him on a daily, I feel like that's a prayer as well, because I'm speaking about the Lord and what he's done. Also, I'm a person that I don't judge. And I know people out here judge a lot, but I can honestly say that out my mouth. I'm not a person that judges. We live in a very judgmental society where, I can get judged for wearing this beater right now. If I walk outside, I can be judged. That's just a society we live in. You get judged by anything. I can get judged for having a beard, or it doesn't matter. Just anything. You can be judged about it, and it's sad because it shouldn't be like that, because people don't even know you, but they judge you by your outer appearance instead of like actually getting to know who you are on an intellectual level. They don't know where your mind is. They don't know if you are a complete fool. But in their eyes, if you look a certain way, dress a certain way, 9 times out of 10, then they're gonna categorize you, and that's what people do. I've been getting categorized my whole life. One, because I'm an athlete, and I'm a talented athlete at that. So I'm gonna definitely get categorized regardless. So when you're an athlete, you can get categorized in so many different things. Being a man whore, you know what I'm saying, is the biggest, is of course obviously the biggest one. You know what I'm saying, because you're an athlete. You know, especially if you're good at what you do, girls like you, things like that. So you're gonna get some type of attention when you get when you're a person that gets a certain amount of attention. People do judge you for that, and some people don't. You know what I'm saying? But depending on how you carry yourself and how people become or get to know you is what helps you out the most. So for me, it's like, even though I'm an athlete, I want people to know who I am as a person, how I carry myself, my whole demeanor. And I've never really had anybody really say anything negative about me. So, I mean, I can't really be mad about that, because most people I know, once they actually like, because they see me, I'm a very silly person. So I'm always silly. I like to laugh. I like to joke. I'm never really too serious unless I need to be. I mean, I'm serious on the rugby field. Of course, I take that serious. But, I'm never really a serious person. I just kind of, I'm gonna go with the flow type of guy, if that makes sense. Or free spirit, whatever you want to call it. I'm a very open person. I like to live life. Um, I'm open. I love to see people happy. I love to see people doing well. I'm a person that loves to uplift people. I love to give advice. Because of the things I've been through in my life, and I feel like even being the age that I am, I'm not really old, but I mean, I am up in age a little bit. But I mean, I've always been told, even when I was a little bit younger, that I was very wise for my age, because I felt that way, and I felt I was being told that it wasn't really because of my age, and it shocked people a lot, because when they had a conversation with me, most people at a young age or at my age didn't have that intellect. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know how to hold a conversation like that, let alone know the things that I knew, or how to like really just generally hold a longer conversation for more than 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Let alone maybe 2 minutes, because the world we live in now, everybody really doesn't communicate anymore. Nobody knows how to talk, and talking is extremely important. So I've always known how to talk, and I think that's kind of what that's an X factor for me as well. My mind, I'm smarter than I look. I know a lot of stuff, and it's not because uh, school and everything, because school is important as well. But you know, it's just because of the experiences that I've had in my life, the things that I've had to endure, the things I've had to go through, and how I've overcome them, and what I've learned from those challenges and obstacles in my life. That's where wisdom comes from. It's most people think wisdom, it comes from age and it's the gray hairs. That doesn't mean anything. That's just your body changing. Because there's people that's older than me that aren't even as wise as I am at the age I am now, and don't even know as much as I know, and haven't even been through the things I've probably been through in my life, and couldn't give me a lick of wisdom if they had it on the tip of their finger. You know what I'm saying? Because wisdom comes from what you've endured in your life, how you've overcome. Then it's not wisdom unless you like use it to try to help someone. You know what I'm saying? If you've been through something and you just hold all of it in, you know what I'm saying, you're not giving back. That's a part of giving back as well. Talking about the things you've been through and how you overcome them, giving people hope, and letting people understand who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? So you're always going to be judged out here, but it's not all bad. People are going to judge you, but it doesn't mean you can't win them over. Some people take time to the I guess the how should I say it? They grow on you. It takes time. People grow on people. You know what I'm saying? They may not like you at first. It happens. But people do tend to grow on you or whatever. As long as you continue to do what you do, show who you are, the real person of who you are, and don't be afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm an open person. And sometimes, you know, it can be a blessing and a curse, because everybody doesn't need to know everything about me, but I will I will say the things that I want to talk about because I'm not ashamed of my life at all. So I've been through a lot in my life, but like I said, I'm not a judgmental person at all. I don't judge. So it's very easy to talk to me. I've had people tell me that before too. It's very easy to talk to me. I'm a very good listener. I mean, unless I'm playing a game, that's totally different. I can still listen, but I'm probably not. No, I hear you because there's definitely a difference. I hear you, but listening, it's like 50-50 if I'm playing a game. You got to catch me when I'm not. So, but I do my best to listen though, you know what I'm saying? Depending on like how serious it is, I'll be like, "Oh shit, let me stop and, really like listen or whatever." You know what I'm saying? But if you tell me it's serious, then I'll listen. But if you're just talking, I'm just like I'm hearing you and I'm trying to process some of it, but I'm focused as well on the game, so it's a little different. But for the most part, like I said, I'm a pretty good listener, and I don't judge because who am I to judge? That's how I think about every day. I can't judge anybody. I'm not perfect. I've been through things in my life. I've done wrong, you know. So why judge? I don't know you. You don't know me. So, it's just good to. I like the person that I am, and I want to continue to be the person that I am. I want to walk with the demeanor that I have. I want people to understand who I am as a man and understand that I'm not that type of person to, put someone out there or whatever. It doesn't matter what I know, and trust me, man, the things that I know, even about my family, I've never once thrown it in their face. I'm not that type of person. I don't throw things in people's face. If I know something, I know something, of course, but you're going to have people out there that try to make you look bad, to make it seem like you've done something. I've had that happen to me before too in my family, but, you know, that's your family. I love my family, but I also love my family from a distance, because I've learned that the best family that I have had is, you know, the people that I've met in my life. And it's sad because, family is supposed to be, like this. And it's sad because we can't be like that with our family because it's like some things in your family everybody don't want you to have, and they don't want to always see you do well. And if they do want to see you do well, they want to see you do something so they can say they were a part of it, or they want to see you make it so they can take that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that my family is like that, but who knows? You know what I'm saying? I have my feelings towards my family, but it doesn't mean I don't love my family. But I also don't have to deal with certain things. So, and I just learned to love from a distance because I've learned over the years the people that I've met in my life, I've met better people, no offense, that have, been, a part of my life and done things that, my family hasn't, and they know me for 27 years. So, and it's sad that people do more things that aren't even your like legal family. You meet better family outside of your immediate family, and that's really what it's about. You can make a family. You always gonna have a family, but you can, as you grow up and you find good people, and I mean like legit like good people, because it's hard to find that, and you build that small circle family, that's really all you need. And that's making a team as well, because you all feed off each other, the positive energy, and that's how you become successful as well. It's important because those people that you choose that are in that small circle, you all drive each other, you all feed off each other, like I said, and that's what pushes you all to your success, and that's really all you need. And teamwork makes the dream work. It's the truth. And if you got the right tools and you got the recipe or whatever it is that you need, then you'll accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. But you got to believe in it yourself as well. If you don't believe in it and they believe in it, it doesn't really matter. But if you believe in it and they believe in it just as well, they're gonna push you. They're gonna do whatever it takes to help you get there. And that's really that's the love about it. You learn people that way. And I know people always talk about how long they've known people, but I'm gonna say something, and this is real. Time means nothing. You can know somebody your whole life, but at the end of the day, some people change, some people don't. You know, some people remain the same. They just get older and they grow and they get better. You know what I'm saying? But some people do change, and sometimes they're not supposed to be there for a long time. For the, your whole life. You know, they may have needed to be, for X amount of time, but sometimes people leave your life, and you got to understand that, and you got to let it go. So, I've learned that, time means nothing. You can meet somebody today, and they could be better than the best friend you claim to have had since you were a kid. They could treat you way better than them, understand you better. It's different. It's tough to explain certain things, but just know that the time doesn't mean anything. You can know somebody for 3 months and they can be a better friend than the friend that. Because at the end of the day, people's true colors will come out eventually. When something goes a certain way that they don't like it or whatever the case may be, that's when the true colors come out. But a person that's genuine, it's hard to find. A genuine person is who they are. They're not gonna change. It doesn't matter what the situation is, what you've been through. 9 times out of 10, a very genuine person doesn't judge. They may look at you a little, with a side eye, like, oh, I'm gonna question it, but I'm not right now. I'm just gonna talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's not them really judging. It's just more so they just like them trying to process it, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But me myself, I'm a very genuine person, and I believe in that. But if you have genuine people in your life, and I mean real genuine, you'll know, because it just shows. People don't have you don't have to ask for this, that, and the third. People just want to know that you're good. People show that. They want to see you do well. They just ask things. People, a good friend, genuine, a genuine friend is just, I really don't know how to explain it. They do things just because. You know what I'm saying? And the type of person I am is just like, me being a friend or a genuine person. I've given my last plenty of times, even to homeless people. You know what I'm saying? Reason being, because I know the feeling. I've been out on my ass. I've been homeless twice in my life. So I know how it feels to be homeless. So, I've always, if I have something, I give it to them. It doesn't matter, Probably one of the situations, I had before was, it was one lady, she was homeless, and to give her $1, but I didn't really have $1. I had $5, so I gave her the $5. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't, but and my sister kind of looked at me like, you just gave her $5. I'm just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Not that I really had too much money. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But that's what I had, and I gave her the $5. You know what I'm saying? Not because I was expecting anything in return or anything. It was just because it felt good to do. If it's from the heart, that's all that matters. And it felt good to do because I understand the situation. And that's not the first time I've done that. I've done that plenty of times. I've even had a homeless person, like, when I given him $5, he hugged me. You know what I'm saying? It's probably the most cash somebody gave him at once. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I know most people give him like quarters or pennies or dimes, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I gave him or her $5. I've given food out before. I've done plenty of things because I know how it feels to be in that environment and not have anything, and it sucks. And like I said, I've been, you know, it makes you open your eyes to a lot of things, and it makes you cherish things a little more because of situations like that. And a lot of people don't know that. I mean, some people in my family know that, but I mean, I do what I do. It is what it is, and sometimes I don't express those things even to my family. But stuff happens, and it could have been some choices, but um, like I said, things happen. But I always give my, I always, I like to help people, so it doesn't matter. And I like I said, a genuine person, and this is an example because it's like this is how if it's genuine or not, because when somebody wants to help you, they don't expect anything in return. It's help, exactly what it's supposed to be. It's help. It's not, all right, yeah, I'll help you, but you gotta make sure you do this, that, and the third. Then in my mind, logically, that's not help. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, all right, you, of course, you gotta pay back or whatever. And a genuine person, if they really are grateful about the help, it's like you don't need to say that. You don't have to say, yeah, I got you, whatever, but I'm gonna need this, that, and the third. Because a genuine person, if you help them, they already know whenever they get theirs or whatever, then you ain't got to ask for shit. It's like, if I got it, you got it. You know what I'm saying? But um, that to me, that's genuine. And if you just help just because it feels good to help, that's genuine. You know what I'm saying? You're not expecting anything. You just do it because it felt good and you wanted to help. You're not expecting shit in return. You know what I'm saying? If you're expecting something in return, to me, that's not genuine. You do it just because. And if the person is good or whoever they are, then you'll get something back in return. It doesn't need to be said. You know what I'm saying? But if I say, oh shoot, hold on, sorry. This daggone brace, man. But if I say that I'm gonna do something, the type of person I am. If you tell me you're gonna do something, I'm just gonna be like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna ask you about it again. I'm not that type of person because it's not mine. If you tell me you're gonna help me with something or you're gonna do something, I'm not asking you again. It's not gonna happen. Because if one, the reason why I don't ask again is because it's not mine. It's yours. So I can't continue to ask you about something that's yours, that you own, or that you said you're gonna. I'm not gonna do that. I refuse. If you tell me one time that you're gonna do something, and you tell me the day, when the day comes, I'm not gonna call you and ask you about this, that, and the third, or are you still gonna do this? Because I feel like I shouldn't have to do that. Even though I need the help or whatever, I feel like I shouldn't have to do that because a genuine friend is not gonna forget something that they said that's important that they told their friend if it's genuine. It's something important like that. If you say you want to help somebody, you're not going to forget that. I know people have a lot of things going on, but you're not going to forget that. That's going to be on your mind. I'm sorry. That's just how I think. It's going to be on your mind. You're going to be like, either busy at some point in the day or whatever, you'll say, hey, bro, I know, or, sis or whatever, I know, I'm supposed to help you with this or whatever, but I'm a little busy right now. I'm gonna get back to you later, or I might have to give it to you tomorrow. It's communication. You know what I'm saying? It's common decency to let a person know instead of leaving them like wondering. It's just like, damn, like, should I have trust what they said or whatever? And that's what's important, because I think that's important. Having common decency to say something and just communicate to say, look, bro, like, I know I said I was gonna do this, but I really don't got it. At least I can respect that. You know what I'm saying? It may be a little bit of a letdown, but I can respect it because you let me know. You know what I'm saying? And I can't really be upset about it because it's not like I need the bank on it. It's just like you said, all right, I'm gonna try and see what I can do this day or whatever, da 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 da. Cool. But if you don't say nothing to me, then I'm not gonna ask about it because it's not my right, and it's not mine to ask for. It's yours because you offered it to me. So I don't think I don't think I have the right to ask for it anyway, or I'm not gonna beg for it either. You know what I'm saying? That's not the type of person I am. I mean, hey, and that's fine. My brother-in-law is as well. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't judge him though. You know what I'm saying? I don't judge him. That's fine. That's completely fine. And he has his beliefs, and I have mine. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm talking. You know what I'm saying? It's just to get you to think about things. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, they get on people about that as well. Like, oh, you're gonna go to hell because you're that. Like, that's not true. That's not true. You have your reasons why you believe or why you're the way you are for a reason. Like, I'm not about to sit there and judge you. And Christians be the main ones to do that. That's why I said that. Like, nah. You just need genuine people around you that's not gonna judge you for who you are. Period. That's all it comes to. And it's hard to get genuine people out here. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody always wants some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or they always want you to do this or that. You know what I'm saying? You do it because you want to do it. I do things because I want to do them and because it feels good, not because I want some shit back in return. Because 9 out of 10, I know the people that are in my circle, and I know they got my back. That's 100 right there. I know they got my back, so I don't have to say shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm down, trust me, the people that's in my circle, them motherfuckers know I'm down because they know me. They know me as a person. They know me. They ain't gotta. I don't gotta express shit to them. When we talk, I'm cool. Whatever we talk, da 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 da. Or it don't even have to be the fact that I might not even be down, but just the fact that they may have something extra, or it doesn't even matter. Just be like, hey, bro, like, I just did this or whatever. I got a little big payout, whatever. I got a little. I wanted to give you a little extra. Not saying that everybody's like that, or some people may call you a fool for that, but that's not true. That's just, I feel like that's a friend. It's a friend. That's a good person. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what may be going on in your life, or if they good. You may be good, but at the end of the day, if they feel the need, like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna slide you a little bit, just because, what I'm saying, you my bro, we then, da 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 da. That to me, that's real. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have to do that shit. They don't. That's why I say that. You don't. People don't have to do things. They do it because in their heart, when they did it, they wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's real and that's genuine to me. So I can appreciate a person like that. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, y'all always are gonna look out for each other. Doesn't things some things just don't have to be said or explained. People don't have to understand people's friendships or relationships. They don't have to be said. People are always gonna be on the outside looking in, so they're not gonna understand your friendship or the relationship, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Only people that know what it is the people that's in that circle, and that's all that matters. You don't got to explain shit to nobody. You don't. You know what I'm saying? Let their minds wonder. You know what I'm saying? Because when y'all that circle that you're in are all out there doing big things and you're successful and everything, and they're still sitting there trying to wonder how the fuck you did it. That's what they're gonna be sitting there doing, just wondering. So let them wonder. Let their minds wonder. You know what I'm saying? Because if they don't know, then they never will. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is. That's how I think about it. You know what I'm saying? So I got some pretty good, positive, genuine people around me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what keeps me going. It's a lot of things that motivate me as an athlete and why I do the things I do and why I work so hard. And but also it's goals that I have that I want to accomplish as well that motivates me. But it's a combination of things. Because I think a lot of people don't understand us athletes as well. What motivate, because every athlete is different of what motivates them to accomplish something, or to get things done. We all have different motivations. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, in my mind, I mean, I think I have a lot, a plethora of it's just a lot. So I have a whole bunch, and you know I believe in it that much that I know I'm going to do it. That's how much faith I have in the Lord, and that's how much faith I have in myself and my own abilities. And I don't care what anybody else thinks. You know what I'm saying? I know what I can do. I know what I'm capable of. All I need is the opportunity. Because if I get a little pinky toe in there, or it's a wrap. That's all it takes for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I've learned a lot about myself growing up. I'm not going to sit here and say I was always the most confident. I wasn't, because I've always had this uncanny ability to do things, but I wasn't always the most confident person. And I've had people see my potential and my abilities, and it was like I would hold myself back because I wasn't fully confident in myself. So it took me some time, to, I guess, believe in myself and actually believe in my abilities. You know what I'm saying? But that takes time and it takes growth. Like I said, I'm not perfect, and I'm far from it. I fall short of that shit every day. The only person that's supposed to be perfect is the Lord Himself. So, and I'm not Him. But you can always chase. I do chase things, because I want to perfect them and get better at them. So anything I try to do, I do my best to be the best I can be at them. Not anybody else. I never try to beat anybody else, or, because I know there's somebody else that's out there that's always going to be better than me at something. That's just the reality of it. But at the same time, hey, it is what it is. Shit. They going to have a hard time making a person forget about me. Believe that, because I'm gonna make myself known some way, somehow. Believe that I'm gonna make myself known. But you know, that's just my thoughts on a lot of things. You know, I just figured, I just talk. Those weren't. I won't say I was really topics that I picked to speak on. Hey, and that's okay. It doesn't matter. The age don't matter. It's the fact that you got it done. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter. Ain't no time. There's no time on that. You know what I'm saying? You could have been 80 and finally did that. Who cares? The fact of the matter is you did it. That's all that matters. Nothing else matters. People could say what they want, like, oh, it took you that long to do it. No, it didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because why are you sitting here judging somebody? You don't know what they were going through doing all those times or whatever the case may be that was hindering them from doing something, or maybe trying to complete something that they know they could have completed maybe years ago. It doesn't matter. The fact is you did it, and that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? And I can commend you on that because one thing uh and I believe you, but like I said, who knows what you were what the person was going through? You know what I'm saying? Nobody know. You probably had something going on. Who knows? Or you made a choice to not. It doesn't matter. You know, when you're ready to do something and you feel it, you'll do it. That's just how it is. I'm sorry. That's just the truth. When you feel something, you'll do it, and you'll get it done because you just believe it that much that you're gonna get it done, and that's what happened. That's all that was. You got it done. Didn't mean you couldn't do it before. You did it now. It was just it's timing. Timing in life is important, and people don't understand that. Timing is extremely important on a lot of things. But we do have choices that we make that may change, the path that we go on or whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you something. All paths still lead to the same goal. It's just all about what you do on that path that you took to get you back on track to the goal that you were going to. That's it. Well, well, sometimes we do, but I guess it depends. But and now I'm gonna tell you something. In my belief, how I am, I feel like your life is already mapped out, and you before you even know it. Like God knows your beginning and your end. He knows what choices you're gonna make. He knows what you're gonna do. He knows where you're gonna be. So it's like the path you take. Yeah, it may alter your what you're doing in your life, but doesn't mean you can't get back on track. It's just things happen for a reason. It's all about sometimes growth and finding who you are, and what you're supposed to do. You can't get what? What can't you get? Oh, I mean, I can understand that and why you feel that way. And one thing I can't really sit there and say like that I've had that thought in my mind because I never thought about that. I've never thought like how can he just be sitting there watching? Like I haven't. That was a thought that's never crossed my mind. But I can understand why you think that way because of what your beliefs are. So you're gonna have that thought. But I've never thought of that. You know what I'm saying? It's all about I guess how I grew up. So my beliefs are my beliefs and what I was taught. So I'm gonna think the way I think, but I also have my own mind. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends. But I definitely can understand that. you know, but I'm not really gonna wonder about it. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And that shit is sad because people don't have to. You know what I'm saying? It's plenty we have so many people out here in the world. We all could help each other, but if that was the case, that would be too much like right. It would be too easy. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. That's not how the world. That's just not exact. I mean, and I've heard about it, but the world's just not. It's not like that. The world's just not like that. It's plenty of things that can be done. So, you know, there wouldn't be a lower class, middle class, and upper class, and even whatever's higher than that. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be the way it is, but it is. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just how the world we live in. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? We have poverty in these places and stuff like that. So, if they really cared that much, they could do something about it. Come on now, you telling me we can't? It's just it's the world, man. You can't do nothing about it. Things are different. Just can't do nothing about it. I was about to say something, but it's the truth though. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say it sickens me, but it hurts my feelings to an extent. Because it's like at the end of the day, as a collective group and things like that. And this is me talking about my own race, to be honest. Like, us black people, you know, every other race can come together except us. Like, and I think that shit is sad as fuck, to be honest with you. Like, it's only a select a percent of blacks that we can actually come together. You know what I'm saying? But it's sad we can't. Do I honestly? Now that's a good question. I'm not gonna lie and say that I never thought about that because I have. And in my mind, actually, I do believe. I honestly feel like I feel like you're reborn. Honestly, you end up getting a different life. If I were to say that, I feel like you had the life you have, and when that's gone, I feel like it just starts over. But it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's like it changes each time. You know what I'm saying? That make me think about it was a movie that came out. It was like with a dog or whatever. And I guess every time something happened, I don't know if the dog died or whatever, he came back reborn as a different dog and making different people, different families happy or whatever. He was a different dog each time, a different role. Like it's crazy. But I mean that those are my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Because I look at messages like that. But that's my thought. For after death. I feel like you do the body you have is the body you have, and then when it's done, you're gone, but it's like you're reborn. You know what I'm saying? You're reborn as someone else, or whatever. That's my thought, my opinion. That's what I feel like. I honestly don't feel it's just like when you're gone and that's just it, and your spirit is just walking around. I just don't. I feel like your spirit is your spirit, you know what I'm saying? But I also feel like you're reborn. That's that's my thought. I'm not I can't really, elaborate too much on it, but that's my opinion. That's what I feel. If that answers your question. Um Pertaining to what? Like what do you mean? Like cuz I mean cuz in a way we are, I guess, when we're inside of a woman being developed, I should say. But if you're gonna say created, what do you mean? Like how people say God created me and stuff like that. Like what exactly do you mean? Okay. Um like I said, I'm not I'm clear I know that, but I don't know. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Who knows if that shit was fabricated? I'm not really sure. Um, because clearly I know about Adam and Eve, but at the same time it's just like that's a good question. I would have to really actually think about that. Yeah. That's a good question though. I'll have to make that a topic, you know. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Not really sure. I think I'll ask my girlfriend about that too. I think I'll ask her that question as well. Let me see. What was that question again? Do I think we were created? That's a good question. Right, right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. That's definitely a good question for sure. Definitely. That's something to think about that I never really, you know, I never really set to think about. Yeah, because I mean, at the end of it has to be, you know, some creator, obviously, you know, because who's to know the damn first human and all that? Because they always talk about evolution and stuff like that, or where we come from, So who knows? That is a good question. So I mean, maybe we were created, as well as everything else. It had to come from somewhere, right? He done the job awful, huh? Well, something I don't know. Mm-hmm. It makes me think though. It definitely does. Definitely makes me think for sure. That's definitely a good question, man. Definitely. I'm gonna actually be sitting there thinking about that. Right. Right. You're absolutely, yeah. But you know what? Those are created. You know what I'm saying? I know those are created. Some of these things because it's like population control, man. Come on, bro. Some things some things have to be. It's no way. Right. And you want to know something? Some of that is it just happens. You can't really get too mad about it because sometimes genetics take a toll in that. You know what I'm saying? If some type of paranoia is down the line that happens, and it's sad that a child can get that, and they die so young before their life really gets started, and some live to fight through it and overcome it. You know what I'm saying? It's just something's got to give. What is God Chinese? Man, I don't know. That's funny though, but bro, it's you're asking some pretty valid questions. Damn, you definitely are. No, I mean I mean I ain't judging. It's your questions. You asking questions. That's perfectly fine. So I just thought it was funny. It was funny. That was pretty humorous to me. It's called Chinese. Maybe I'll write that on my Facebook and screenshot it and put it on Instagram and see what people say to me. They're gonna be like, they probably be like, "Are you stupid?" I think I might ask that. Like, is God Chinese? They're gonna be like, "What? What? Are you? Shut up." I can, I can understand that. I don't know, but if I were to say something about that, to answer that question, it was just I feel like it's just we go through what we go through for a reason. It's to build us, to mold us to be, the people that we are today. You go through things for a reason. It's to make you stronger. But some people tend to weaken themselves because, especially like here's an example. Like clearly we have, medicine that people take, and I feel like the things or the pain, sometimes the pain that you do have was created because you have to you're supposed to go through that pain, you know what I'm saying? But obviously, things were created so that way it could like confuse the mind or whatever and make you feel a certain way that you weren't in pain but you really are, you know what I'm saying? But it's like that pain is supposed to strengthen you as a person, because as a human being and the human body is so amazing, you build up a tolerance for things, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people should know this because think about drug addicts. They build up so much tolerance in their body for taking so many drugs that the dosage or whatever that they have is no longer good to them anymore. It's not strong enough because they've doped their bodies so much that their body's used to it. It's adapt. Our bodies are always adapting to things. That's what's so amazing about the human body. Your body can adapt to things. You know what I'm saying? And as crazy as it is, but that would be my question to that. I'm not really sure because I mean I'm not really one to take medicine. I don't like taking medicine, and I have a high pain tolerance and I deal with pain pretty well. But it's just like I feel like it was created. Those things are created because you have to go through that. Wait, what? Why should you are you asking why should you wait to your 80 to be stronger? Is that what you're asking? I didn't understand it. You kind of like missed the word. Yeah. I mean that's how I feel. Just the things you endure. You know what I'm saying? But I guess you were saying like why should you have to wait till you're 80? Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. You know what I'm saying? Some people I guess it depends, you know? I don't have an answer to that. That's a good question too though. You know? You making a lot of asking a lot of good questions. I don't know. But I mean, I guess that's just the mentality that that I have. I guess I don't want to say we have, but we're supposed to go through those things. It's like we're supposed to, and it's like some people just aren't strong enough to deal with it. That's why they have things that I guess suicide is just like fuck it. People don't want to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? They're not strong enough to deal with those things. I don't know. I'm not sure, man. It's a very good question, but I don't have the answer to that shit. But the only person that might have an answer to that is the Lord Himself, or a damn psychologist. Shoot, some type of counselor or therapist. You know what I'm saying? That really like looks into things like that. I guess I don't know. It's a great question though. That's definitely got me thinking. I don't know. I don't know. It's a good question though. That's really good. But um, I am. I am hungry though. I didn't eat yet, and I still have to do my physical therapy exercises. So I'm gonna wrap things up. But I thank you for talking because that was a good. You know what I'm saying? You asked a lot of like good things. Yeah, man, man. And as crazy enough as it is, that 1% is a lot to be honest. But it can be more. No, hell no, hell no. That's just shit from generations and generations, shit passed down. Because you know some people grow up in that shit, that generation to generation of wealth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get exactly what you're saying, and you know I've never really had an answer to that, but you know I don't know, man. The world was created in a weird ass way, but it is the world we live in. But I'm gonna keep that in mind, though. We're definitely going, to, pick back up on that. That'll be something we can talk about, tomorrow. That'll be some good topics. I'm not really sure. I'm definitely going to talk to my, I'm definitely going to talk to my girl about some of those things you asked too. And I'm sure she's going to watch this stream. So, she always watches all my streams anyway. Like if she's at work, if she when she goes on lunch break, she'll watch my streams or whatever to see what I talked about and stuff like that. So I'm sure she'll see it. But why'd you say it was funny to talk to me? What does that mean? I hope that's in a good way. But I don't know, man. Woo! Got to do my exercises. Exercises. That won't take me long though. So. Oh, okay. Oh, you appreciate talking to me, man. For sure, man. I appreciate the conversation as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm still, working on growing my page and stuff like that. Trying to get more subscribers, let people, know where my head is at. Get to know me more, stuff like that. But for sure, man, we'll pick up on it for sure. But again, if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, you know, whatever, share. It doesn't matter. Put it out there. Oh, it's really not that bad. It's just like sometimes you just miss like maybe one word, so it's just like it confused me a little bit. But I kind of get the gist of what you're trying to say, so I kind of try to fill in the blanks, kind of sort of. It's really not as bad as you think. It's not that bad, um, but for sure. Thanks again for watching, and talking to me. I appreciate that, man. And today was day 13 for my recovery. I mean, even though I'm not really doing too much, it's just Monday. I am about to get off. I'm gonna get something to eat, do my exercise, and then I'm definitely gonna get on my game and stream. So I'll stream live from there, probably within the next, I want to say 30 minutes, maybe to an hour. I'll be on my game and I'll stream, playing my game. You can check that out too. Um, I love playing my game, and I'm just gonna rest my leg. But thanks again for watching, y'all. I appreciate the love and the people that do watch it. You know, I'll catch you tomorrow. I have physical therapy tomorrow, so you'll get to see some new stuff that I'm gonna be doing. See you guys tomorrow.